We are about to start. This is Robot Nuke. Now let's hear it for the man, the myth and the legend in his own head, Eric Nuke Hudson.
Hey, everybody. It is Nuke Hudson. So, actually, I have to give a shout out right now if she is still on. I'm looking over at my Instagram because it was actually down for a minute. I was watching on Rawhide, from the 50s. And I have Krista Mayshore on the line. For those she's like a superstar in the real estate game. But hey, I am so pleased to have someone like that online. I don't know if she still is or watch this later. It was a pleasure. So this week, of course, we're going to go over what's going on in the real estate market. And of course, questions are always welcome on Instagram or on Facebook and YouTube. So please ask any questions. I'll try to get answered today. And the numbers have come out. So we're going to be covering what is happening in the real estate market. And here's the thing. I have literally not looked at them because I want to be surprised with you. I'm going to take the numbers that I get today and I'm going to do the big video with all the flashy stuff. About the only thing I do know is reading through the paper this morning. That's right. I still read the paper online. It did say something, but I did not read the article. I only read the headline as I was flipping the pages online. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what in the world is going on in real estate. So I'm getting ready to unveil this. Let's roll up and see. Okay. So the median price of a home sold last month of May, they sold 2,401 units, $473,000. And let's see how that compares against the previous month. So let's go to April, 469. So the prices, believe it or not, are still going up. That's amazing. Interest rates, although they have come down in the last week, for those of you who haven't noticed, we still have rising prices. So let's compare that against last month. So 2339. So actually we had, what would that be, about 60 more sales. We had 3,123 come on the market for 3,869 for the units available. So we have more units available now. So hopefully that is going to help alleviate some of our problems and get some of this inventory moving, because these rates, I'm not going to pull it up here, but we are now $9,000 when it comes to single family homes, to the all-time high. So, we peaked up there. Everything was going really quick. And then it went over the valley. When interest rates started going up, we're almost back up to that. And I got a video that I'm probably going to be, it's debatable. I'm going to put it out possibly, because I took two listings and it is so funny. One is near this median, and one, if you've been looking at my videos when I talk about how the effects of the interest rates, and I said the payments that you had at the bottom of the interest rate market, top of the so-called last market, the payments would equal to a $750,000 house. Well, I just took a house for about that, and I'm going to show you the difference live, and you're going to be blown away. It's like, I've got to make payments on this, which is a nice house, but this is luxury. And that's where the big difference, and a video should be coming out soon where I'm just really going after some of these guys who just doom scroll and talk about bad stuff. Let's get back to it. And we have 1.6 months of inventory. Those of you don't know, a normal market is 5 to 6 months. We have been in a seller's market for years now. And it's absolutely amazing with this kind of a seller's market that things aren't, much worse or much higher. And look, it's actually gotten a little bit better. It was 1.5 last month, but let's look at a year ago. Well, that's bad. Hold on one second. Let me bring over the correct one. See, bad on. Well, I'm looking here. Should have been that one. Let's see. Ah, that's why. Okay, so we're looking at 2023. So we've grown from 440, 990 to this 473. So we've had a very good year. I was 1.6 months last year, 3680 available last year compared to the 3869 now. It's been a really good ride, and a bad ride for some, especially if you're a buyer looking to buy. Uh, so look here, 295 for the median price, and we compare that against last month. Drum roll, 290. So that was the headline I saw. Condos and townhomes rose $5,000 over the month. So yeah, so we're looking at about 1.5% for 1 month of growth, which if you were to stretch it out is 18%, which is pretty darn good. 2 months, 1.9 months of inventory, 1324. So we have more units available. The months of inventory has actually gone down. Some of the things to consider when you're looking at these townhomes and condos is that HOA. So even if you have an HOA on a house, in general, just say unless it's in a luxurious part of town, you're looking at about $50 a month. You're looking at maybe $200 a month here. But unfortunately, because of the interest rates, it does make a difference. But if you were to go back when the interest rates were under 3%, you could have gotten, some decent house, just put a little bit more with it, just for the amount you're paying in HOA here. Plus, you got yourself a single family home. Now let's go back a year. So we've gone $20,000. So 275 to the 295. The inventory is not as tight, 1.4 months. But look how tight the inventory was. Remember, the interest rates were even like really bad a year ago. So they are just talking to a lender today. They have gone down below 5%. I just said 5%. I am sorry. 7% for the first time in a long bit. And he said that for VA and FHA loans, they're seeing in the low sixes. So you're getting some really good, we've had these high interest rates for so long. I'm sitting there saying you're getting some good interest rates. No, these are terrible interest rates, but they're better than the horrible interest rates that we had. So take it with a grain of salt. Now let's just go in and just look deep into the month. And we're just going to find out what we had going on here. So let's go on and look at the souls for last month. In reality, I prefer to do it where it's just Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. But why am I saying but? You know what? That's what I'm going to do. There's very little difference because Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson, it's the majority of the market in Nevada. And let's go ahead and just look at the single family homes, see what's going on here. So we had 2275 sold. Let's look at the results. And we're just doing these areas here. Let's go into our stats. So here in Southern Nevada, it was actually 480 for Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. 13 days was the median on market. 28 days was the average. So I'm also gathering this for intelligence to do a really good video for you guys. So this is just me thinking through, asking questions. Let's break this down a little bit. Let's see. So what did we get for Las Vegas? 1515 sold. So 479 was the median price of a single family home. And let's go to North Las Vegas. 290 sold. Now, by the way, this is something that I'll probably cover in a video that I'm doing. For those of you who don't live in town, Las Vegas is much smaller than you would think. It's maybe 1/3 the size that you think it is. But when you actually have all these unincorporated towns like Enterprise and Whitney Ranch and all this stuff and Paradise, because if you look, it says like at the census, it says Las Vegas Paradise. Paradise is where the strip is located. It's not in Las Vegas. There's only one strip casino that's in Las Vegas, and that's the Strat. Well, you got all of these areas that like have 250,000 people here and 250,000 people there. They're unincorporated Clark County, but they go into these numbers here. So it's kind of a little, I don't want to call it deceiving, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll do a little bit of the preview. I've been so afraid to do this map video because Las Vegas is so interesting, but maybe I'll give you a preview after we're done. We'll see what the questions come out. We actually got a good crowd tonight. Let's see. So are we? Yeah, we're on North Las Vegas. Let's look at the stats. 433,950. Average median price of 260. I'm sorry, 230.60. 114 days on market. Average of 247. 27 days on market, and so we're still in an era where, I'm sorry, did I say 433? It's 430. So we're still in an era where you're not getting that full list price anymore. And like I warned you, I think the last one where I did it, be very careful of the agents. It's a trick that they use here, and I don't know. I don't want to say why they get away with it, but they do. Some of them, they're smart ones. They will, at the day of closing, change the list price to the sales price or a little bit less. And then when they sit down with you at your table and they go look at their stats, they're like, look, I sell for 101% of the list price where all my competitors sell for 96%. Yeah, they pulled a trick because the way the stats work. If you really wanted to see, go and look what the original list price was compared to the sales price. You'll see they're the same or worse, especially these big guys. Let's go to Henderson here. Let's look at those results. Let's get into the stats. And wowzers. 529,500, 14 days still the same, a little bit longer on the average, but look at the price, 702,336. Yeah, that's a huge difference, but you got some really baller neighborhoods down there in Henderson. Just look here, you see the highest close price was 10,700,000. They got a good discount. They got it for 1.8 million less than list. It was on the market for 336 days. And in both cases here, you notice that the actual sales price is less than the list. We have gone away from houses selling for more than list. And a lot of times, I've brought this up many times, and I'm getting sick and tired of preaching. If you overprice your house, you're going to mess around and find out. Because people aren't into that. Let's just look at condos. Actually, I'm going to bring, see here, North Las Vegas and Las Vegas back. And I'm just going to look at some stats of what sold for the homes, because these are things people are interested in, I think. If you're interested in something else, put it in the comments. Let's see here. So, how many have pools? So, 2275, the number with pools was 573, because everyone's always talking about they want a pool. And you know what? Let's go in here and figure out what the prices are with homes with pools. So let's look. The least expensive home on the market was built in 1965. It had supposedly has a pool, 1,270 square feet, 220,500. Let's see. Looks like a little bit of roof damage. There's only one picture, so I can't comment as to why. Let's see the next one, 241. And the next one. So when I get these calls, they give me all these requirements they want in a house. They go like, I need this, and I need that, and I need this, and I need that, and I must have a pool. And their budget is like 300,000, 400,000. I'm trying to show what's really out there. I do take issue with some agents. They do this thing where they go, oh, that's not bad if you think about it. When someone does that, they'll go like, I'm going to try hard to find that house for you. Um, hold on. That's going to need some work. That gunite is completely done there. You got to replaster this. So this is going to be about $5 minimum grand here. You really don't have to worry about this cool decking, but this gunite has to be redone. So this is a whole replaster job. That's if you even have your pool equipment working. And as you can see, there was no pictures of the inside. That tells you a lot. Let's see here. Let's go about 400,000. Let's see what we're getting with the pool. Let's just look. Okay, I'm impressed already. 400,000, single story. Let me get some more stats on this before I go. Built in 1996. Only spent 10 days on the market. 1,565 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. Okay, I'm impressed. Yard doesn't look bad. Got lots of pictures. Oh my. Okay, it's virtually staged. Ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to do virtual staging myself. This is what it looks like without the computer enhancements. I love someone to comment what they think of the virtual staging. So they only spent okay. So they did that room too. So they actually have added a requirement that if we virtually stage, we have to put it there. Some smart guys put it over here where it kind of hides it. Most people aren't even looking at this, but it's the funniest thing when you're trying to sell a house. That virtual staging, it draws people in, but when people get there, they don't want to see furniture. That's an amazing thing. Okay, so we have tile countertops. Not a big deal. It's only 400,000. I do mean only. I can already see the pool in back. It looks decent. Barn door. Somebody got themselves a good bargain here. This is, I mean, I'd come in and maybe do some cool decking here, just stain the concrete, but the pool actually works. So now I got to go less to see what can be out there that somebody could get with a pool. So let's look at this 385 here, built in 61, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. This looks like a flip. Still 385 flipped. This isn't bad. I mean, everything in here is standard flipper stuff. Hope they show the backyard. Okay, there you go. Got a pool. And let's get to the median. Now, oh, that's interesting. if you look, it's like keeps, you got way more to go, but the median is, over here. So this is a good median. So 98, 2,000 square feet, 2-story, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. So you can get homes with pools at the median price and less. I'm actually impressed. Any questions? Remember, go ahead and ask them. Okay. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Nice little patio area. I mean, yeah, this is cool. Okay. There we go. Now let's go ahead and talk about the condos and townhomes real quick. Actually, I'm going to stick on family for a second. We'll get out of the pools here. If there's anything else anyone wants to look at, I know there are a few of you here, decent little number. Just ask. Let's look at single stories out of the 2275. You have 1145 that are single story. That's not actually a good little subset. So let's just look at the results of single story homes. So that's amazing. And the reason I'm saying that's amazing is, I need you to see the look on my face right now so you understand. Single family homes normally sell for more than 2-story homes because it is cheaper to build up than to build out. And just seeing the numbers of that I'm looking at here is saying that they are, I don't know, 457.5. Let me go back and kind of look a few of these. So the least expensive single family home that sold, built in 1971, 1152. And we're just going to write that off for now. And let's see if I believe it says 457. So got to scroll to it. It's going to be in there. It's probably going to be one more. No, one more. This is truly the median. So 457-ish. Let's see if there's a lot of 455s. I'm just going to use the first one that comes up here. So built in 2,000, 2,200 square feet. There's only one picture. Okay. Usually it's a red flag and there's only one picture, but sometimes it's because they had tenants. Let's just go to the next one just so we can see one with pictures. Let's see here. So built in 2,000, 1,558 square feet, 455. Wow. I'd buy that for 455,000. Even in today's interest rates, that is a nice house. Walk-in tub. Okay, I can tell by a few little things here. This is in one of the 55 plus communities. So that's what we're getting there. And let's go on here. Let's look at some more little stats. So I'm just a stat guy. So we got pools. Let's see. We covered it last time. Let's do it this time. Let's see how many are repos. Out of 2275, 17 were repos. If anyone wants to see what the repos look like, let me know. Short sales. We had 9. We'll see about this. Foreclosure commenced 16. So they could still be the same ones that were these. It's just according to how the agent put them out there. How many were vacant that you could go see? Because I'm telling you, vacant homes are much easier to sell. So 1,200 of the 2275. That's good. How many had septic? 44. That's amazing. How many were on a well? Actually, I'm going to put both wells in. 36. You'd think it'll be the same one. How many have, I'm not going to look at fire. Okay, let's say what sold for what for cash. So cash, oh no, that's available. I mean, everybody will take cash. Let's keep going. HOAs. No, I'm down. Let's see here. How many were in 55 plus communities? 158. So you know that one. Okay, types of loans, cash. Let me see if I can drag that up. 550 out of 2275. Let's do the math. 24%. That is actually going down. A year ago, it was like 35%. We're at 24 now. But I'm actually just looking at single family houses. Let's do the broader market to get that so it's more accurate. So let's go ahead and take that out. I'll just quickly do condos and stuff. And it's not going to break it down by the different markets here. So for condos, I really want to get into these numbers so I can get deeper into them for everyone else. So 241.5, 15 days median on market. And townhomes, 66 sold. And according to the stats, 375, 14 days on market. Look at the big difference there between the list price and the closed price. So if you're making offers, keep that in mind. So just looking. So like if you just do the 375, you'll see they're selling for about 98%. In negotiation school, tooting my own horn, I'm actually a certified negotiator for a negotiation certification that no longer exists because the owners went out of business last year. But anyway, there is another one out there that's by the National Association of Realtors. So I may get it. Even though my certification is still good, I can still call myself a negotiator. Yeah, that's hard. So negotiations range is about 5%. Normally, when you go outside of 5%, the seller's not going to take it, even if they're overpriced, because they're not ready for it yet. When you go to, that's the same thing when you're trying to sell your house. If you're not getting any showings or any offers, statistically, you are 10% overpriced. If you're getting showings and no offers, you are more than 5% overpriced. So, doing the let's try it here thing, that's why it doesn't really work. And we didn't go over the current stuff, but we'll see. There's going to be probably, I haven't looked at it, probably a lot of price reductions. We're having record price reductions because sellers think just because stuff is moving that they can overprice it. You can't. You got to change that price within 2 weeks. Let's see. I know I preach on it a lot. Need to get myself a collar because I'm preaching so much. Okay, let's look at these townhomes. Let's look at the broader market. And okay, I did something. Oh my goodness, I screwed up. I only looked at cash. So the numbers we saw were bad because I screwed up. But let's just go ahead and look at cash now. So overall for the market, 29.79. Got to keep that in the back of my head. And we'll go to cash. because you're going to have more cash for the townhomes and everything. So 768 divided by 2979. It wasn't that big of a jump, 25.8%. That is way down. So I don't know what's going on with our cash buyers right now. Even just generally, before everything changed, it was about 30%. Well, sometimes it's down 25, but I mean, it's just at the low end of the range for Las Vegas. Okay, let's see here. We're going to go in. We're going to look at conventional loans. 1360, which should be the majority of them anyway. FHA, 534. And my favorite VA, 241. Okay, so there's our breakdown of what happened so far this month. Let's just get into the dashboard here and look. So over the last 7 days, wow, look at that, 985 new listings. It's been a while since I've seen that. I mean, a long time. Back on market 211. This is what I was talking about. With this record number, in my opinion, for the last few years of new listings, we had 725 price decreases. Price increases, 108. Sometimes don't understand that. Sometimes I do, especially when you fat finger in something wrong. But that's over 1,000 coming under contract. We sold 897. These numbers are really going up here. 178 expired. Some of that has to do with, it was the change of the month. A lot of agents set their listings to expire at the end or beginning of the month. So you have a whole bunch. You go 2 days from now, like if I went just 3 days, you're going to see that go down a lot. See, that was because of the changeover in the month and the way agents will like to set their expiration dates. Tip off market, these should come back on the market. So what's really nice about the new rules for these temp off markets is I would take a look at them. Let's say you're having a problem finding a certain type of house. Have your agent look at the temp off markets, and they're usually like taking them off because they have a family emergency or something, or they're trying to fix the house because they had bad feedback. But they're all going to come back on the market based on the current rules. Can't just take it off market and then take it off the market. So I would look at those. It's only 47 of them, but if there's something unique there, you never can tell. As a matter of fact, I'm under contract. It's going to be closing in, I'll say 3 weeks on a house that was temp off market. But, we saw it before it went temp off market. They actually took it off to replace one of the air conditioner units. And yeah, air conditioning is important in the heat. It was 109 degrees yesterday. Let's see here. Got 100 coming soon. Based on the year, this is about normal. Yeah, that's pretty much the market. Does anybody have any questions? I don't want to leave anybody going, I really wish I'd known this, or I had this question, was afraid to ask. Please ask it. Get some water. My favorite Baby Yoda glass. Grogu. Okay, let's just start on wrapping it up now then, since nobody has any questions. So that's the state of the market. It is still strong. The fear that I have is, please look at this video that I did, and it's me responding to a video put out by Orlando Minor, and all the stuff he's talking about. He's one of these doom scroller types. If you look at every single video that he has, they're negative. Let me just look right now. I'm not going to put his video his thing up, but you'll just see. I'm just going to read the last few videos that he's done. And this is the reason I did this video responding, because it's like, come on, man. And hold on here. There we go. And, no, people who listen to guys like that telling you that the sky is falling. So here's the thing. Like I said, I took 2 listings this week. One was close to that median price, and one was in the 750 to 800,000 range. Because of the change in interest rates from the bottom of the market, I'm sorry, the bottom of the interest market to now, and actually it's maybe a little bit different now because it's under 7%. You're paying what somebody who bought 2 years ago, your payments are the same. When you just look at the difference in these houses, one is normal every day. You'd love to have it. One is luxury. You'll go like, oh, for the what I'm paying, I could have had that. Yeah. And the market, once it hits 6%, according to Barbara Corcoran and a whole bunch of other folks, it's going to take off. So let's see here. They lost 400,000. Home flipping in the hood. Homeowners' expenses skyrocket up to 200%. Is it worth it? Government bans realtor commissions. That's the one I responded to. McDonald's desperate. Recession pressure. Mass teacher layoffs. Recession is here. Rent prices crashed. Overpriced home crisis. Property taxes jumped 650%. Housing market crash. Recession starts. Do not buy a house. People have been listening. I can go back a long way now. Let me see if I can go back like a couple of years when, you had 2% interest rates. He puts out a lot of videos, so it's going to get. Oh, look at those phenomenal. Airbnb just collapsed. 70% off fire sale. But it's doom scrolling. It's all these thumbnails and stuff. And because that's what sells. It's what sells. Then my little white-haired friend. Oh, let's see here. So he's got the Las Vegas sign in the background. It started the housing market crash by the year. By the way, did you see it just started the housing market crash? You saw, hold on, let me look at this. From 1 year ago, the median price of a home was $440,000, $990,000 for sold to $473,000. Somebody was listening to him, and this is all it is. Housing market collapse just got worse. Redfin, home buyers rush to cancel contracts. Okay, now we're getting back to when interest rates were 2-something%. The housing market just went nuclear. Home buyers about to lose everything. Home buyers take out loans for property taxes. Come on, man. I wish I had that little Bozy one. He's like, come on, man. Let's see what we got here. I'm just scrolling. Housing market just hit 2007 levels. This is 2 years ago when everybody was paying $50,000 over. They just hit 2007 levels. I don't know what he's talking about. Hold on. Government issues warning. Housing crash coming. Then people didn't buy houses. And they had 2.25% they could have had. And then now, what? Oh, it just went to under 7%. Oh, we are saved. We've been delivered. We have been delivered. Did a whole bunch of landlord versus tenant, real estate investor acts. So I guess he's the real estate investor. Oh, I forgot. Now I remember. You know what? A couple of years ago, somebody was trying to figure out how come all of these people were doing these crash videos, and it wasn't just for the look, the likes, or the attention. They were investors. They were trying to drive down the prices. This is too many investor videos here. Those don't even make right. Black man buys Trump hotel just to change the name. Millionaires don't think, billionaires don't think that way. I bought a undervalued fourplex. Yeah, see, he's doing investments too. He's telling you not to buy what he's trying to buy so he can buy it for less. That's my opinion. That's what it looks like to me. And somebody had brought this up during all this doom scrolling periods when prices were going up $10,000 a month. And you had these people talking about the market's going to crash any day now for years and years. And it was like, oh, most of these guys are investors. Okay, good. He's gone. That was nice. Usually the Amazon guy doesn't ring the doorbell. Yeah. So that was the theory a few years back when everyone was paying 30 and 50,000 over. But fortunately, we're in a time where you ain't got to come out any money in pocket. I'm going to do my spiel again because it is the thing. New homes. Yes, new homes. I just saw one today. 10,000 for your closing costs for us in the car. I believe it was. I don't want to quote the interest rates because I'm not a lender, even though I'm not quoting interest rates. Because that's the rates the home builder is giving. But I think it was. Dang, I don't want to quote these rates. It was 5 point something for VA and FHA, and $10,000 towards your closing costs. So can you imagine being a VA buyer and doing that? Or if the bank that they're working with also has access to down payment assistance programs and your FHA, there is a lot of home buying opportunity out there. And I just feel sad for folks. I was thinking about this person like 2 days ago. I'm going to tell this story. The person comes to me and they had to use an FHA loan. They were limited to the maximum amount they could afford was a certain amount. There were 136 places on the MLS that fit what they wanted. Now, this is the start of the pandemic. So every little house, I mean, they were like specific. I'm not going to compromise, period. It's got to be this and this. And I mean, it was things like it had to have. I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. It's been long enough. The max that they could do for an FHA loan at the time was 150. And that 150, that's like if there was HOA, which all they could really afford was a condo or townhome. That had to take into account. And to be honest, the cheaper the townhome or condo, the higher the HOA. There was 136 places that met most of their criteria. It's like, no, I don't want that one because I don't like the area. Okay, you don't have to live someplace. I don't like this because it. Oh, by the way, some of the things that it included, it had to have 2 bedrooms. Remember, $150,000. Had to have 2 bedrooms. Had to be in a nice area. It had to have a garage. And they wanted the garage to be able to open into the condo or townhome. They didn't want to walk outside. There was 136 places, but like, on that one, the garage doesn't open into the home. I got to walk outside. Oh, that one, the garage opens. I don't know if you've seen these types of townhomes here. it has they'll have 2-car garages out back. Then there's a backyard, and so you got a nice little garage area there. You got to, come through the garage, walk through the thing. It's like, no, I don't want any of that. But then you find something, it's like, I don't want to live in that area of town. I found one that was so perfect for the person. It was near UNLV. I don't want to live there. Well, why don't you want to live there? Because it's near UNLV and it's probably going to have a bunch of college students there, and I don't want to deal with that foolishness. Okay. And it just kept shrinking. It kept shrinking the numbers because remember what the market was like at the beginning of COVID until there was nothing. And nothing ever came on the market again. And there's nothing. If I were to look right now, let's see what we can do. If they were to come back tomorrow and go like, I need a place, and they could still only do, but right now at these interest rates were 3% then. What can they afford now? So let me see here. What can we do? So we'll look at condos and townhomes. This is a good exercise here. Go look at condos and townhomes. And I already have somebody from India coming in onto my Instagram. There's one of these guys. They send me emails all day long. I want to show you how to improve your. That's a whole nother story. Condos and townhomes. We're going to keep it under 150. Let's say 160, so you can negotiate it down. Has to be 2 bedrooms. Wow, I'm blown away. There's 26 of them. I can't believe that. Let me break this down to Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. So we're down to 18. I'm actually surprised. Now, most condos, townhomes are different, but condos, most of them will only take cash, especially in this price range. So I'm not even going to look at that yet. I just want to see the results. I'm fascinated. So we got a 2-bedroom condo, 979 square feet. Yep, that's what we got. Never would have accepted that. 996 square feet. Same place. I tell you right now, wouldn't have accepted it. 155, 1125 square feet. They got a pool. I swear I had a listing on a place like this. I talked about Shooty Stabby Town in one video. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. This is the place I had oh, yep, this is it. Had a listing in this place. This is when I talked about Shooty Stabby Town. Yeah. They're mostly townhomes. Now let's get back to her criteria. We're gonna put in there, let's see here. Oh, it had to be if it was a condo, it had to be on the first floor. Oh, she just had all these things. So let's see. Let's do the next one. It had to have what was it? The garage. Oh, over here. So now I'm going to put in the garage. Fortunately, she only wanted one. Oh, there's no 1 bedroom. There's none with a 1-car garage or more. Wow, surprising. Let's see. Let's keep going up. Let's see where we land at to have one with a 1-car garage. Well, we got 2 at 200,000 or less. Let's go take a look at them. Okay, 968 square feet condo, 1978. Okay. This is funny as can be. This is funny. You know why? I showed her this place. You see how this is? So number 1, actually, I think she accepted this one. She didn't like the garage. She had to walk out. So she said no. That's funny to actually see that. I did not show this place. It's first floor. She would have taken it. I can't tell if the garage
is attached and it enters the place directly. No, it doesn't. You can see. Oh no, there it is. It is. She would have accepted this. Okay. So now let's add the next piece of criteria. FHA loan. Oh, she could for 200,000. What was it? Let's see here. So for 195, she could have gotten it. But she was not clear to get a loan that high. And that was at 3%. So we're looking at what six whatever, I can't quote interest. So you're looking at a higher interest rate, so she would not be able to afford this. By the way, back when we were looking, these condos were 130 or less. That's what's sad. And there was enough for her to choose. And now I don't think this person is ever going to be able to own a home. And I feel sad for that. And a lot of people are not going to be able to move their dreams. And I'm not going to lie, it is cheaper to rent a place right now than to buy one here in Las Vegas. And it's because of these interest rates. But when interest rates change and they go down and you refi and it's cheaper to rent, but the prices are going up, I'm sorry, cheaper to buy than the rent. And the prices are jacking up because everybody's rushing into houses. And all these people who've been locked in don't want to put their houses on the market because they have them for 2.75%, 2.5, 2.25. You don't want to give that up. But when the interest rates drop to, let's say 4.5%, we'll pretend, if they drop there, boom, market takes off. You're not going to be able to afford it. Whereas if you can afford it now, unfortunately, afford it now. Because like I said, the payments are now, that medium price house, the same as they were for a 750 house at the bottom of the interest rate market. So that's all I got for you guys. I don't have any articles to read today. Kept you long enough. Surprised I can even talk. I've only had a good swig of this. Nobody asked any questions. We did have a good crowd today. I appreciate everyone who showed. If you're showing up for the replay, ask any questions. I'm trying to answer them. I do have one. I had a video out a couple of weeks ago about the changes in the VA loan. Somebody asked me a really good question. And instead of just answering directly, because I figured other people would want to know, I put a video out about it. It didn't get much traction, but it's out there. And I need to respond to that person with the video at least so they know what's going on. And sometimes when you ask a question, that's kind of an example. If you ask a question, it's like, I think other people may want to know that. I'm going to go research it, talk to some folks, and I'm going to put out a good video for you on it. Okay. So if you need anything, call, text, email. Better yet, get on my calendar. Hopefully the link is down below. If you can't call, text, or email, just got a text from a nice gentleman yesterday. That's cool. Give me a call. But remember, so like the last time I got a call, I literally, my son's teacher wanted to talk to me. And I'm like, and the person did not take a breath and just kept talking for 5 minutes. That's why I kind of asked that, because you don't know where a person is. You could be stuck and it's like, and blah, blah, and they just didn't take a breath for 5 minutes. Where it's like, you're trying to get, it's like, just 1 minute. Yeah, that's why I say, get on the calendar, because that way I know I'm not going to be in front of the teacher or something. Although the teacher's a teenager in an after school program. But that's it. Call, text, email, and it, like I've been doing to my military brothers and sisters, Alpha Mike Foxtrot. Everybody else, you're still my brothers and sisters. Just want to say we're going to keep them lights on for you. Reach out, y'all.